Captain on the bridge.
Alright, captains, we are back on the bridge, and today, yes, we got some things to go over from the Star Trek Online official Twitter feeds, so on screen. Yes, captains, before we get into this video, do us a favor, like the video, also subscribe here to YouTube Bridge, as we're always on the lookout for captains where we can share our love, our passion for Star Trek Online, but of course for things Star Trek. With that said, here we go. We got some blogs to go over, so what we'll do, let's go over them, of course, drop our 2 ECs, and then give our conclusion. So first up here, so last night, Ambassador Kale did his 10 Forward Weekly, as it was rescheduled to a Thursday night as something had come up, and he showed something off in stream, along with the Texas class, but we already covered that. But what we wanted to show off was what we're actually more excited for, which was this, the Exo suit, the Voth Exo suit. So I'll just kind of put his volume down here, but play it. But here you go. This is like one of the coolest things that I'm really looking forward to. So it is a clicky, and boom, you energize, and bam, you just are you are now in your Voth Exo suit. So I was kind of worried how slow this would be. It's okay. You know, I would activate it closer to my enemies because you do have a limited time in this, but just look at that. That is going to be so much fun to use. And we're going to have that day one, captain. So what we'll do is when we get it, and we're definitely going to show it off and just have fun with it. It could be doing like 1 DPS. I'd still use it, but it's doing quite a number on the board there. So it's something to have fun with. And apparently this is something we've been asking for a long time. And yes, I wish they'd kind of give us also like a vehicle of some sort, but again, and there's that jumping thrust there. So it'd be nice if it had that jumping thrust that go forward, again, because you do have a limited time here. So I would like to also maximize the distance I can cover being in this suit, but of course it does recharge. But that's so cool. He's just showing off the abilities here, but again, we cannot wait. We cannot wait to get that. And we were even having a little fun here. So I'm going to put this on screen quickly because we're already here. So look at the very bottom left corner of your screen, captains. I've been putting this on the stream there when we've been on there. Where'd it go? Is it this one? Oh, there it is. So here it is. Yes, I cut out a Voth suit and then I put my face on it, just looking like we popped our head out of the suit. But all in good fun. Again, something that we're looking forward to, and as soon as we unlock this, because we can, we're going to show it off, captains, so don't you worry about that. There's that, captains. Next up, a dark reflection of our Enterprise D. The WORLD RAZER is coming to Xbox and PlayStation next week. Find out how she handles here. So, captains, as you already know, we have the ship. So we're going to look at the blog quickly here. Look at the shots here of the WORLD RAZER. Again, I admit this is not the most beautiful ship, but for some reason it really appealed to me and some others. Shout out to my fellow Captain Sam, who is really excited for the ship. He has already enough EC to buy this day one or as soon as it gets on the exchange. So he'll be having fun with that there. Myself, personally, I already have it here on the PC bridge. But here it is. Again, we'll actually read some of this stuff, but we'll put the blog in the description below, captain, so that you can have a look at it. But we will read this first part here. So the WORLD RAZER carries with it the pride of the Confederacy. To a people who root their identities in domination, there can be no such thing as self-satisfaction. Joy in turn, torn only from the vanquished. New foes must always be sought and subjugated. The doing of it made a collective spectacle to entice the battered remains of the human spirit to slouch into a semblance of life, animated by hatred of the different. In so doing, the violent nation can create a grand arena of the wilderness, lay all the bitter fruits of life, of anger at the tree of the eternal other, and cheer the chopping of the forest. The people need to be cared for in this model of state, saving resources that can be fed back into the war machine, fueling the cycle. To captain the pride of such a navy, to wield the axe of spectacle and conquest is to live as a titan astride history. The survivors and ghosts agree there is not and will never be a greater than the Confederate Jean-Luc Picard, nor a ship greater than his. That's pretty cool. Now there is a little video here, so I'll tell you what, let's have a look at this, shall we? So yes, now just pause that here, close this. So again, Captain, this is already released on the PC, but I wanted to take note of just how much armaments this thing has. This has cannons coming out of the saucer, its actual secondary hull there. Like, this thing is packed to the nines. Now, I have a different configuration of this ship. And the reason why I normally like to keep my ship skins cannon, so on-screen accuracy, but I'm not gonna lie, that deflector on the saucer did kind of bother me. But I wanted to keep the saucer, of course, because of all the armaments it has. So we did modifications for the neck and also the nacelle. So we're gonna show that off here after we go over this blog quickly. But there again, another shot there of the WORLD RAZER, and again, just cannons there coming out. I originally thought that these sections on the saucer on the side there would kind of come out to reveal the cannons and then kind of come back in like some sort of animation, but it also has cannons on top of the actual saucer itself. But it is a WORLD RAZER Temporal Ops Juggernaut. Again, I will leave the description below. We've already did a build video on this, so I'll also link that below. But it is a 5.3, and of course it is a temp ops, and it's fine. It does really good. Again, I didn't really care what specialization it came with, because I was just going to literally get this regardless. So there's all the stats, and of course it comes with this, the Light of Salvation, I always say Salvation, Civilization. And it's like a phaser beam lance, which we're going to actually use again on our Gal X Dread, just to give it a lance that actually can hit a starbase as opposed to the side of it. But it also, this does come with a WORLD RAZER Juggernaut Not Ray, which it feels like it does a lot of damage, which it really is awesome. So again, we'll link that, but what I want to do now is actually, again, show off also on the channel. This is the build video, we'll link in the description below. We really had fun with that, and I called it the Lance Paw build there. And again, in that video, as you can see, we did use the cannon skin, but this is the configuration that we came up with here. So we're gonna go quickly to the stow bridge here. Close that off. I have been meaning to get back on her, and there she is. This is what we ended up doing with her. I felt that in this configuration, it made it more squat and more sleek profile. And even the designer of the ship, Sean, agreed with us on Twitter that it does look pretty cool. Now, what we did, of course, we kept the saucer for the pew-pew cannons that it has there in the front and in the back. This thing is insane. Here, it has cannons coming out of the saucer at the end there, which is pretty cool. But we kept the saucer. We went to the Venture neck. Again, it's squatted. It, placed the saucer lower And then it gave it kind of a bulked up spine here, which to me represents more armor. So we, again, use a secondary hull. We didn't change that. We used the pylons that came with it, but then we used the nacelles that comes on the Magellan, I believe is what it's called, these nacelles. But these were the nacelles that we wanted to use because it also, I felt like it balanced out the look of this look here. Or is it, I think it's the Venture 2. Can't remember. It's in the Taylor. You'll see that there are these nacelles that look pretty cool. And it does, again, it looks sleek. It kind of adds to the whole look there for me personally. And to get rid of the majority of my problem with the deflector, we used a vanity shield here, which was the... Where'd it go? This had a vanity shield on it. It's not showing it right now, but sure. Oh no, what we used, sorry, is the skin. That's what we used, which was the NX is what we used. And it did that, it darkened up that pretty well, and I thought that looked a lot better and less like an eye looking at you. So it looked better in my opinion. So that's kind of the, I thought I used a vanity shield, but actually it was just a skin that we used to change the look at it. And yes, I thought, and also gave it kind of that rusty, not rusty look, but sort of worn out look. And I thought that really did work well. So thought we would just show that off because why not? We had the means to. Now we'll head back here to the Twitter peds. There you go. And next up here, the last thing that we'll cover, of course, as we mentioned yesterday, there'll be a daily giveaway for my console captains. And today, this is what we got. So log on to Star Trek Online, Xbox, and PlayStation right now to grab a free Tier 5 ship coupon from the promotions tab of the Zen store. All it is there is just telling us that we're going to get a free Tier 5 ship coupon. So there you go. And again, there's going to be a daily giveaway up until the 15th. And again, captains, will show this again because we did in the last video. So at least you know what is coming up here. Just find that tab here quickly. Right here. Boom. So again, this is going to mirror what had happened there on PC. Yesterday, we got the ship slots. Today, the Tier 5 ship coupon. Tomorrow will be the Elite Services Starter Pack. And then on Sunday, the Motion Picture Uniform. Monday, the 2 Fleet Support Duty Officers. And then Tuesday, the 2 Elite Bridge Officer tokens. So again, don't want to miss out on those. So just all you got to do is log in and, as it mentions, go into the Zen store. And boom, you get your free Tier 5 ship coupon. I know a lot of captains already have Tier 5 ship coupons. For me, it's going to help me tremendously for my free-to-play account and help me build my fleet there. So captains, there it is. There's our update for today. We're going to refresh this one more time just in case they decide to sneak something in there for today. Sometimes they do that. I wish they would just release all of their blogs all at the same time. But there you go. So captains, do us a favor, like the video, comment below, let us know what you're excited for, if you're going to be getting the World Razer, and of course, subscribe here to the YouTube Bridge. And we will leave it on this note.
Live long and prosper.